In this video, we're going to talk about why readers buy. It's simple, but authors either don't know or completely overthink it. Which camp are you in? Stay tuned to find out. What's your favorite book? Ask any author that question and they'll be able to tell you in a heartbeat. I guarantee that you can already think of at least two. So let me ask you another question. What makes you special as an author? And why do readers buy your books? What's your answer? If you hesitated to find an answer, that's okay. That's because writing and reading are two completely different skills. You'd think we'd have an easier time reconciling the two, but it doesn't come naturally. But it can be done. There are ways to bridge the two minds and get them into sync. When you do this, it helps. So I'm going to divide this topic into two categories: fiction readers and nonfiction readers / customers. Here's the secret about fiction readers. They don't read for story. They read for character. They read to be invested in your character's struggle. If they can't identify with them, psh. And some of you might be rolling your eyes about how obvious this is. As a reader, you already know this. You've always known it. Remember that question I asked above? The first thing that probably sprung to your mind when you were thinking about your favorite book was your favorite characters. You might argue with that, but don't argue with me. Argue with the millions of readers out there who vote with their wallets. Now here's the takeaway. The authors that say they know this, they don't always act like it. Remember, character. Are you making it a priority to get better at character development? Do you know what character development actually is? And could you point it out on the page in the next book you read? Does your book description lead with character, not plot? When you're marketing your book, are you marketing the book or are you marketing your character? Lack of focus on character is the #1 reason why book descriptions fall short. It's also the #1 reason why readers may tune out of your book. But like I said, this is simple, but don't confuse simple with easy. Knowing this and understanding how wide-reaching it is across your career is important because when you understand it, it will guide your thinking. For help with character and character development, I personally recommend Dean Wesley Smith's Depth Workshop and Character Development Workshop. They're affordable and completely worth the investment. Plus, I've taken them myself, and I can definitely tell you that they've taken my writing to the next level. For nonfiction authors, here's the secret. Readers either want solutions or they want perspective. Let's talk about this for a moment. If you write a how-to book, you're going to be helping readers solve a critical problem. Maybe they want to learn how to do the paleo diet to lose weight, or how to talk to their teenage kids, or how to promote their novels better. This kind of buyer is the most exciting because emotion drives them, not thought or logic. Emotion. Figure out what their needs are, how to meet them, and they'll waste no time buying your product. If you write an informational nonfiction book, like a business book or a biography, you're offering readers a perspective that they want to learn more about. For example, I'm a sucker for food books. If you have a food book that talks about how bad the food companies are, the evils of genetically modified food and how it's killing us, I'll buy that book all day long. That stuff just fascinates me. I don't know why. And you can bet that when I'm going to the grocery store and thinking about what I'm going to buy for my meals for the week, that I'm thinking about those kinds of books. This kind of reader doesn't have a burning problem they need to solve, but instead they're curious about the world. Offering your perspective helps them see something, like entrepreneurship, or the life of a famous person in a new light, which helps them make sense of the world that they live in, as well as entertain them. This kind of reader is not driven by emotion, though. They tend to think a lot more about buying habits, and in order to win them over, your book has to sell them the perspective in just a few seconds. They need to know what they're going to learn and how they're going to see the world when they're done with your book. It's also possible for nonfiction to solve a problem and offer a perspective, but we'll keep this video to those two examples just to keep it simple. But think about your writing career and your own appetite for writing books. They tend to fall into two categories: the self-help books and the informational books. A book about how to write a novel is going to tick off different boxes for a reader than a book on writing advice from an industry professional. It's a subtle distinction, but wow, are the audiences different. But that's another secret. This video is full of secrets, isn't it? Unlike fiction readers who tend to have a set interest in the genres they read, nonfiction readers are more fluid. Smart nonfiction marketing pays attention to what stages the target audience is in, as well as what stages come before and after. When you understand that, you'll understand the reasons they need your book. So there you go. I've just given you a ton of secrets. Remember the tips because you'll start to see them at work everywhere now. And you'll be able to pay attention to other people's marketing strategies and dissect them in a way that other authors just can't see yet. That's it for this video. If this is your first time watching, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if this video helped you in some way, please click the like button. Helps me spread the word about the channel. Thanks for watching.